You don't know what a commercial flight feels like, not because nobody explained it to you, because you've never had a reason to take one. Since the day you were born, there has been a private jet with your family's name attached to it. No queues, no security lines, no middle seat. You just show up, walk across the tarmac, and go wherever you're going. That's just how travel works. That's always been how travel works. You didn't know it was unusual until a friend mentioned waiting 3 hours at an airport, and you genuinely didn't understand what they were describing. That's the thing about growing up inside this family. The extraordinary becomes so normal, you stop seeing it. Your bedroom as a kid had a Tesla Model S parked outside by the time most children your age were riding bicycles, not because anyone was showing off. Because your dad owns Tesla. The cars just exist around you the way furniture exists in other people's houses. Roadsters, Model X, Cybertruck sitting in the driveway like it's nothing, because to your family, it literally is nothing. You love the Tesla though, not because it's the most expensive option, because it's your dad's. Because when you drive it, something about it feels like him. The acceleration, the silence, the way it does things other cars can't explain. Your friends think it's the coolest thing they've ever seen. To you, it's just the car. Food works differently in your world too. There is no cuisine you haven't tried, not because you traveled to find it, though you did that too, but because the chef at the house can cook anything. Anything. You wake up and want proper Neapolitan pizza, it happens. You want hand-pulled noodles at 11 p.m., it happens. Japanese omakase on a Tuesday because you saw something on TV, it happens. Your friends come over for what they think is dinner and leave having eaten food they didn't know existed. You never thought about it as a flex. It's just what dinner looks like. The vacations run on a different scale entirely. You've watched the Northern Lights from a private cabin in Iceland when you were 9. You've been to the Maldives enough times that you have a preferred water villa. Japan, Kenya, New Zealand, the Norwegian fjords, not as bucket list trips that took years of saving, as family weekends, as what happens when your dad finishes a big week and decides everyone needs a reset. The itinerary gets decided on a Thursday. You're wheels up by Saturday. Now talk about the office visits. Most kids get taken to bring your child to work day and sit in a conference room eating bad biscuits while someone explains what accounting is. You got taken to SpaceX. You remember the first time clearly. You were young enough that the scale of the building didn't fully process. Hangars the size of small towns. Engineers in blue cleanroom suits moving around rockets the way mechanics move around cars. And in the middle of all of it, an actual Falcon 9 standing vertical. Real. Your dad walked you over like it was the most natural thing in the world, because for him it was. You brought your friends once. 3 of them. You told them you were going to see something cool and refused to say more. The moment they walked into that hangar and saw the rocket, one of them grabbed your arm and couldn't speak. You sat them inside the Dragon capsule. The actual one. Not a replica. Not a museum piece. The capsule that goes to space. Your friends talked about that day for years. You'd been 3 times before that visit. That's what life inside this orbit looks like. The things that make other people's hands shake are just Tuesday for you. The friend circle works differently too. You don't hang out with regular famous people. The people who pass through your family's world are in a different category entirely. A dinner at your house might have a tech founder who built something worth $50 billion sitting next to an astronaut who actually went to space sitting next to someone who runs a country. These aren't names you read about. These are people who ask your dad for advice. People who fly in specifically to spend 2 hours in a room with him. And they know you. They've watched you grow up. You're not starstruck because you've never had the chance to be. By the time you understood who these people were, they already knew your name. The thing nobody prepares you for is the weight of it. You didn't build any of this. You didn't design the rockets or found the companies or make the calls that changed entire industries overnight. You just arrived, born into a name that means something enormous to billions of people who will never meet you. Every new person you meet already has an opinion about your dad, about the money, about what you must be like. You walk into a room and people have already decided something about you before you open your mouth. Some of it is admiration. Some of it isn't. None of it is about you. You can have every luxury in the world, and you do. But the one thing you can't have is a conversation where your surname isn't the first thing in the room. Most kids grow up and figure out who they are over time. You were handed an identity before you could talk. The rockets are incredible. The cars are unreal. The chefs, the jets, the trips, the friends. All of it is as good as it sounds. But nobody warns you that living inside someone else's legend, even a great one, means you spend your whole life explaining that you're also a person.